The first shot of the product commercial for Mad Monk is actually pretty simple. It's a slider reveal shot that reveals more cans behind the first one, and this is how I actually set it up. So as you can see, I have all 6 cans in a row, and the only light right now shining on them are those two tube lights that actually give them a rim highlight, which I really enjoy on cans. Then we have my 2 Godox SL60s at 10%. This one here is just for actually giving them another fill, and it looks like this. And the second one is a flowing light that will be moved throughout the shot to give them some kind of glow illumination when the slider actually moves through. And then we have actually the slider setup with the 2 heads. In the first thing you only see the can, and then it looks like it's rotating, but it's just a parallax. But that's just a parallax movement of the heads in sync with the cans, and I set the cans up so that you can at a specific point in time only see one can, and then they actually become visible. Pretty simple second setup. Still the can, we're shooting the claim and the logo itself. Those 2 tube lights from Iwata are just giving highlights on both sides and are rotating with it so that the glow actually turns around on the can. Same slider setup, but I'm using the slider this time, just positioning with the heads. And then we have the big softbox here that gives frontal light, but excludes the camera, so we have a bit more lights on the side and not as much in the middle. I like that look. And now the classic reveal shot of the can in its total size before it actually goes into it. Same setup as well, but just the can fully in its complete height and length, and then I'm going to rotate it once or twice with the turntable. Next one, simple, same thing as in my Chupa Chups commercial. Opening the lid, and this is already an opened can, and I hooked some fishing hook around it, and going to throw that over and then just pull on it and hold it on the bottom so that it actually opens. The sounds will be added in post. It's the simplest thing to actually fake opening a can without opening a can. Next one, the ingredient stuff. Let's begin with the bio, lemon. With the bio lemon, and it tastes fantastically. Going to rotate this light over it so that we have a small light rotating over it, and after that I'm going to cut it, and then the next part. Actually look fantastic. Let's see if they are good as well. So next up are some of my classic pickup shots with the lemon put onto a stick and then contracted and contrapted into this device. This is actually for the Godox SL60 cover for the LED in front, but I'm using it together with some duct tape as this contraption to actually rotate stuff. It works really well, so if you want to get something similar, go get yourself a Godox SL60.
Yeah.
Next scene. This is the coffee introduction, and we are shooting not in 4K as usual, but this time we are shooting in 2.6K at 120 frames per second. That's the maximum frame rate that I can actually achieve with the Pocket 4K. And this will be coffee beans spilling to the front of the lens, and the focus is actually set much closer to the camera instead of the object. This will be blurred in the background, and I hope this will actually look pretty sick. Next shot, same as with the lemon, just a pickup shot of the coffee bean, and then afterwards we're going to use that in After Effects to rotate it around and probably use it as a transition.
Yeah.
And this is the final shot, the lay down, the smackdown, the thing that actually makes the customer go, ooh, that's nice. This is a flat lay from the top, and I actually have to use something that I didn't want to show before I actually review it, but I have bought something new, but it is a great investment into the business. So this is actually the Edelkrone J1, and I think I'm going to really like it, but more to come later when I tested this thing out quite a lot. So this is actually just a top-down shot, and I wanted to go from the bottom up and revealing the product, which is laying in the coffee with all the ingredients and a bit of, to make it look much better, ice cubes and stuff, you know. So this is the final shot that I have to do, which is actually the hardest, and as you may have seen, I'm wearing something else, which means another day. This is a shot that I actually had to build the stuff first, and I'm going to get you through it. This is the stuff that I needed. And I've actually seen a shot that is quite similar to my whirly shot, but was made different, so I had to actually improvise a lot. On Austin Paul's side was thank you very much for the idea, so I reworked his thingy into my own contraption, and contraption is the right word, because right now this is a weird thingy, but it works. That's the main thing. So let's go through all the stuff. So I built this contraption to actually hold up to 10 liters of water. This is a container that is actually pretty hard to get in Germany. This took me more than 5 days to actually even find something suitable, and then I had to fill it and prepare some stuff. I cut off the top, I drilled in 2 holes, and then contracted them with these nice all-time, in Germany it's called Panzer tape, I don't know the English word, probably just tape, and then a lot of lights. So that's actually it. We're finished with the shooty part. Now it's time for editing, and as always, quite a lot of After Effects, but that's the fun part, I guess. So